Hello, and today I will be doing a Cyber Dragon deck review. This is my typical Cyber Dragon deck. I will be showing you my main 40 card deck and my 13 card extra deck. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. So the first card in here is Super Strident Blaze. I have put this card in here because it helps you out whenever you have your machine type fusion monster. And if you do not know this already, all the Cyber Dragon cards, even though they say dragon in them, they are actually machine types. Machine, right there. So this card would really be helpful. Moving on. Cyber Dragon. This is the base and foundation of the entire Cyber Dragon deck. Without this card, you are not going to win with this deck. Machina Fortress. Now this card is really good for machines. It helps them out a lot, and it's only 2 tributes of 2,500 points. Not too bad if you don't have any fusions right now. Cyber Eledian. This card lets you banish monsters from your field and your graveyard that are machine-like types, and summon this card with 500 attack for each banished monster. So this card would really help out also if you do not have any more fusions. Polymerization. Polymerization lets you fuse cards. This card is the foundation of any fusion deck, or at least a fusion spell card you need. Typically, I use Polymerization. It's the simplest and easiest to find. Mystical Space Typhoon. This card is pretty good, just typically in a lot of decks. It will destroy any spell, even on your opponent's turn, because as you can see, it is a quick play spell card. Fusion Parasite. Now I know this card is an insect type, but it does substitute for any material I need as long as it is specific. So say I have 2 Cyber Dragons in my hand, a Polymerization, and I want to summon out a Cyber End Dragon. I can use my Polymerization, fuse my 2 Cyber Dragons and my Fusion Parasite to bring out my Cyber End Dragon. I have Call of the Haunted. This card will let me bring back any monster from my grave, and it's a trap card. Because a lot of people you have cards that just counter spell cards, so I thought instead of a Monster Reborn, you can use a Call of the Haunted. And also because Monster Reborn is banned in some leagues. Feather of the Phoenix. This card lets me get 1 card from the graveyard and put it on the top of my deck. This would be really useful if I run out of polymerizations and fusion spells, and I can just get my poly back. Cyber Dragon Zwei. Any spell card in my hand I can review and make this card become Cyber Dragon. Well, at least his name, not his points. So this card would also be useful for all the Cyber Dragon fusions in my deck. I have a second Mystical Space Typhoon. I've already explained this one to you, so I'm not really going to explain this card again. Proto Cyber Dragon. Proto stands for prototype. This card, while on the field or in the graveyard, can be counted as a Cyber Dragon. So say I use something like Overload Fusion, and I want to bring out, let's go with Chimera Attack. It says 1 Cyber Dragon and 1 plus machine monster. So that means if I use Overload Fusion, which you will see later on, I can bring that card out with Proto Cyber Dragon in my grave if I have no other Cyber Dragons. Diffusion. Diffuse all your monsters. Actually, no. You first tribute your fusion monster, then you get all the fusion materials out of your grave, if they are all in there, and then you bring them all out to the field. Magic Cylinder. This card is just great in general. Your opponent declares an attack, you reflect that attack right back at them, dealing them a lot of damage if that would have been TKO. Cyber Phoenix. This card, if it's destroyed by battle, lets you draw 1 card. And also, it's a Machine Cyber. I have another 2 Cyber Dragons. I've already explained that one. I've explained a Cyber Dragon's Wii, Poly, and Cyber Dragon Core lets you add any Cyber spell or trap card to your hand when it's summoned. Cyber Valley, select 1 monster you and your opponent controls, banishes both of them, and the one you have to banish is this one, and you draw 2 cards. Dree, you can make all your Cyber Dragons level 5, which I'll explain later on. King of the Swamp, tribute it, and you can add a Poly, and it lets you substitute for any fusion material. Future Fusion lets you fusion some of the cards in your deck. This card lets you summon 1 dark fusion monster using machines in your graveyard. This is the Overload Fusion. Cyber Repair Plant, if you have Cyber Dragons in your graveyard, at least 1, you can activate one of these 2 effects. I will not go into it right now, maybe later. Another Cyber Phoenix, Cyber Repair Plant, Cyber Dinosaur, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can bring this card out. Air Crackling Storm, if your machine monster destroys a monster by battle, then you can attack again with that machine monster. Cybernetic Revolution, get rid of your Cyber Dragon, and you can bring out a fusion monster for about 2 turns. Storming Mirror Force destroys every single monster your opponent controls, but instead of sending them to the graveyard, they go back to your opponent's deck, which makes it harder to summon. A Cyber Dragon Dree, another Storming Mirror Force, a Cyber Network, Overload Fusion, Limiter Removal, doubles all your machine's attack points. So for instance, say I'm getting attacked and my Cyber Dragon has 2100. My opponent has 4500. This will make me a little more powerful. This card lets you summon out another monster whenever it's destroyed. Proto Cyber Dragon again, and then another Cyber Dragon Core. Later, I will do a review on the extra deck. That is all for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.